Okay, let's dive right into this. Today, in our explainer, we're looking at one of the most dramatic, lightning fast shifts of power in modern history. Forget the politics for a second. We're just going to look at the raw, stark facts of a regime's total collapse, and honestly, how human nature reacts when the shadows start closing in. So, picture this. The year is 2003. The tension around the globe is literally palpable. The US president gets on live television and delivers this incredibly direct, no-nonsense message. He gives Saddam Hussein and his two sons exactly 48 hours to pack up their lives and get out of Iraq. And if they ignored that ticking clock, well, they'd face a military strike of such sheer magnitude that the world would never ever forget it. Just 2 days. That was the entire window given to the absolute rulers of a nation to just disappear. Now, what's really interesting about this is the sheer, unbelievable defiance it represents. I mean, you're staring down the overwhelming military might of a global superpower, right? But Saddam Hussein and his sons, they made a choice. They flat out refused to leave. No packing bags, no running away to a quiet life in exile. No way. They chose to sit right there on their throne, basically calling the superpower's bluff. Or, maybe they just massively underestimated what was about to hit them. While, spoiler alert, it wasn't a bluff. The absolute second that 48-hour window slammed shut, the United States unleashed its full, devastating force. And the scale of this operation, it is just staggering to think about. Thousands upon thousands of bombs rained down across the country. Saddam's military infrastructure, which, to be fair, had been severely weakened over the years, just totally buckled under the pressure. It took exactly 1 month. One single month for the United States to capture the entirety of Iraq. I mean, really let that sink in for a second. Decades of absolute rule completely dismantled in just 30 days. This unbelievably rapid conquest forced a pretty harsh reality check. Literally overnight, the absolute rulers of this nation were transformed into desperate, on-the-run fugitives. Realizing their forces were just decimated, Saddam Hussein and his two sons scattered. They split up, vanished into the shadows, and started bouncing between highly secret locations across the very same country they used to command. Just like that, the ultimate hunters officially became the hunted. Now, the US military knew perfectly well that just capturing the land wasn't going to cut it. They had to capture the leadership to really end things. So how do you do that in a massive, chaotic country? You weaponize money. They launched this massive nationwide manhunt, but they sweetened the pot with an absolutely enormous bounty. For each of Saddam's two sons, the reward was set at a staggering $15 million. And, as you might guess, the stakes for the top target were pushed even higher. A massive $25 million bounty was slapped on the head of Saddam Hussein himself. Instantly, and I mean instantly,